Hello everyone, welcome to Mind Speak on Herald Global. I am Saimik Sen. Joining us today, Mr. Sunny Hinduja, the versatile actor who is known for his power-packed performances in series like Sandi-B, The Aspirants, The Family Man, and many more.
Thanks so much for inviting me and taking this interview. Thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure. Let me begin by asking you, what inspired you to pursue a career in acting?
Frankly speaking, since my childhood, I was a film buff,
Sure.
but I understand that's not enough. But frankly speaking, that thing which really inspired me was my connect with the बड़ा पर्दा जो बोलते हैं 70 screen. Uh, because whenever I used to see films, watch films, and watch specifically performances more than film, I used to get transported and I used to get enamored by the way they perform and how are they performing. Like, what is this? Since I was a child, I used to watch every film in the theater, whatever it may be. It has become different now, but back then I used to watch whatever film used to come. I mean, it was like a holiday for me. It was like a treat for myself, that I could give to me. And frankly speaking, when I think of it in the hindsight, what truly inspired me was the kind of versatility the actors did.
Sure.
Like in one part they performed completely different and completely different emotion, and at the second time, 180 degrees change, and the same person. How could they do that, and how could they connect audience with them, with their emotions, how they become one. I used to be one with the performers back then. So that is what truly, when I think of it in the hindsight, I feel that was the connect with me and the screen that really inspired me to pursue acting.
Okay, so you're one of those few actors who have a successful spin-off from Aspirant to Sandi-B. Okay, so it's pretty amazing actually. So please tell us, how did it happen?
Frankly speaking, I had got an award for the role of Sandi-B,
Of course.
and I think it was my first award, so to say, in terms of acting professionally. I actually felt that कि ये तो वो सपना है जो मैंने देखा भी नहीं था. I mean, thanks to God, of course, first of all, my family, because उनका support रहा, and because of audience. It has only happened because of the love of the audiences, and I feel eternally grateful to be a part of a spin-off, which is such a rare phenomena in our industry.
And a successful one.
Yeah.
A very successful one.
Yes.
Okay,
there's a team behind it towards
Sure.
the whole thing, so I would not like to take the entire credit for this, but yes, I'm thankful to be a part of it.
Why do you think Sandi-B is so popular? Is it the relativity factor where your audience can relate to the character very much?
Yes, relativity is definitely there, but frankly speaking, the real and the core reason I feel that everybody in their lives are an aspirant. They are aspiring something or the other, and they want to achieve something, and they are fighting for it, fighting all odds, family, money, emotionally, mentally. So I think that factor was really, really relatable, and हर कोई मुकाम हासिल करना चाहता है, तो मतलब संदीप भैया हम सब संदीप भैया ही हैं एक तरीके से. And that's what I felt, and the way it was written, the way it was portrayed, the way it was executed, I mean, all these reasons, and it just touched the chords, the right chords. That's what I feel.
Okay, so you had a very interesting role at Chacha Vidhayak Ke Hamare. Please tell us more about it.
So Chacha Vidhayak Ke Hamare will always be special. The reason being, Zakir bhai mile mujhe wahan, and he is such a great person, great friend I found in him through that shoot, and more so, I am from Indore, and he is from Indore. That connection was very, very deep, and I got to explore my Indoripan with that show, so it will always remain special for me. I really cherish the time that I shot Chacha Vidhayak Ke Hamare. It was truly beautiful.
Okay, so what FTII played? What kind of role did FTII play in your career?
I think if I have to say in one word, FTII was Makkah Medina for me, for everything. The role that FTII has played, I mean, that's the biggest role in my life. I think whatever I have learned today, whatever I am today, I owe completely to FTII that institute, that place, that those people, my seniors, my batchmates, my teachers, I think, and the place in itself, that was magic. And that it was that place which gave me that strength, that energy, that education, most important, that knowledge, to understand. So it is really, really special for me. And मैं ज़्यादा बोलूँगा तो मैं emotional हो जाऊँ FTII को लेके. So it has been everything for me.
How do you decide a script before you decide to do it?
In fact, I recently visited FTII after a long time. I had a shoot in Pune, and there were students, and that feeling was completely different. And my teacher who taught me, he was sitting next to me, Benjamin Gilani sir, and students are asking questions to me, and I was feeling, sir, I mean, मैं क्या बोलूं sir, you are sitting next to me. He's like, अरे बोल बेटा बोल, तू काम कर रहा है अच्छा. And that's such a proud moment for me.
Of course.
And it was truly beautiful. Yeah, I just wanted to add that.
How do you decide a script before you decide to do it?
Frankly speaking, I am not deciding the scripts. The scripts are deciding me, because कहीं से ऐसा मुझे लगता है कि रोल लिखा हुआ आता है और वो झोली में गिर जाता है. And I only feel that the people, those who are working along with the script, we are on the same page, and the energy is of same kind, and the only passion and goal is to make the project fantastic. So I'm just praying, and I'm just doing my bits, and probably the right scripts are choosing.
I want to go back to Sandeep Bhaiya once more, because it was so interesting, and I simply loved it. How did you prepare for that role?
Thankfully, I got good amount of time in terms of aspirants to Sandeep Bhaiya, to aspirants too. But I would say that the major chunk of preparation happened before aspirants.
Sure.
So first of all, since my director Apoorv Singh Karki, he has been an aspirant. So I had asked him क्या किताबें पढ़नी है, and more so I had this pressure because he's the only senior, and the people are talking about him in terms of कि और किसी का निकले ना निकले, इसका तो निकल जाएगा. So I cannot look, amateur, or he doesn't know what he's doing. So all these things were very, very important. So I had to prepare. I had to understand what is the syllabus. I asked my director कौन सी किताब पढ़नी है, क्या करना है. So I read a few chapters from different books. Lakshmikant is one, because that's the Bible for UPSC aspirants.
Sure.
If I'm not naming the book wrong, I think it was Lakshmikant. Pardon me if I'm wrong. And that I prepared, and more so, I had to prepare the Haryanvi dialect. And the only connection I had in terms of Haryanvi was Jaswant and Jaideep were my batchmates from FTII. And जो भी मेरा रूबरू हुआ था हरियाणवी से, वो वहीं हुआ था. So I told my director, he told me in 15 days advance में कि अगर हम थोड़ा कर सकते हैं, कि मैं please मैं, and he was such a fantastic guy and understanding guy, and I told him, I requested him, भाई मैं पूरी कोशिश करूँगा, please don't mind, नहीं होगा, because there are so many emotions. I didn't want कि accent वजह से emotion चला जाए. So I sat with Jaswant, who's my batchmate, and I told him, देख भाई try कर सकते हैं, अगर होगा perfect होगा तो ही करूँगा, नहीं तो नहीं. So he helped me through it, and before the shoot, every time the scenes that I had, I prepared before the shoot. I went to him with all the dialogues, understood everything, and उसमें उसकी काफी तैयारी करनी पड़ी. And I had a great support, great team in terms of all the actors, DOP, director, and the entire team was so supportive that we all together could pull this off.
Okay. 2 successful seasons of Family Men. How was the experience working with Mr. Manoj Bajpayee and the entire team?
मनोज वाजपेयी साहब के लिए बस एक ही मेरे पास ये है कि अब ये पेपर में नहीं आ सकता. But I mean, that is another show that is truly special. And Manoj sir has been like a family. I mean, he's so amazing. He's supported. He's taught us so much on and off sets. I mean, I can't thank enough to him that what all he has given me by being along with him and teaching me so many things. And he is a fantastic person. He's a person who includes everybody and takes along in the show. And that's how, I mean, that's what I have learned. That's how I think life should also be. And he has been my inspiration, and he is my inspiration. So I have formed a great bond with Manoj sir and his family. So I feel truly grateful for that. And the Raj and DK are the masters of the web series. and films as well. I mean, they are truly majestic directors, witty, um, and they think you know completely different. They have a unique taste, unique way of approach. So I am grateful, and there was so much love and support on the set. I made great friends in Family Man, like Sharif, Shreya, Shahab, all these people.
Yes.
So it has been really special, and Family Man has been like a family to us genuinely.
Okay. So, how did you prepare for the role of the journalist in Railwaymen since it's based on the real life?
Yeah, I mean, it was difficult. Frankly speaking, usually when I prepare, my script is the Bible. I keep reading the script all the times, but this script was a little difficult, and I could not read it many times because the script was so good. And if you have seen, you would know it. I
Yes,
mean,
I have.
the incident was really grave, and I being belonging from Indore, I had definitely known about it. But when I started the preparation, I backed myself to the research work that these people had done. The direction team, production team, they provided me with all the articles, documentaries. So I just went through them. Those were my main source of preparation, because
Sure.
मैं script नहीं पढ़ पा रहा था बहुत बार. It was very difficult, and that also spoke volumes about the script. It was so good. And seeing the images, the documentary, I mean, it was really difficult. And the material online, which I could research at my end, what I got from them, and of course the script was the main source of my preparation. From all the articles, from all the journalists, whoever were there, whatever they wrote, everything, as much as I could get, was my preparation for the role. And of course, at the end of the day, the human emotion, the empathy that I think the way it is written, and the way a journalist should be or prepares, it's a great example. It is I should say that it Railwayman is a tribute to all the journalists who had
True.
put the society, their country, their nation first, then themselves. So that has been an honor to do that role.
Okay. So, you have done television, movies, web, theater. How do you approach this medium differently?
Frankly speaking, as an actor, na, approach different nahi hoti hai, because stick you need to stay true to your character. Uh, you need to stay true to the emotions. You need to believe, the journey of the character more than anything. Platforms does not matter. I think you have to prepare it. There's only one way of, you have to be convincing. You have to believe the character. You have to get into the character, or the character has to come into you with utmost honesty and earnestness. That's what I feel is what I do, irrespective of mediums.
Okay. So, especially during COVID, the lockdown, people have consumed so much of content. Okay. Different content, English contents, and as a creator, okay, as an artist, how do you come to know, this is something which is going to work for us? Because people have already consumed a lot of content. This particular
I think
subject is going to work.
the people who are the makers, these are the experienced people, and I'm sure they do their research and they understand what is working, what is not working. And more so, I think sometimes we should also focus on what your heart says and what you want to convey, more than what is working or not. If you do it with that honesty, I feel it works. And if it is that honesty and that truth is there on all fronts, I think everything will work. That's what I feel. And I don't know how. I mean, if I when I'll start making projects, then I'll tell you how we decide. But right now, I'm a very small part, being an actor in a series or a film. Yeah.
You're doing a great job, actually, I must say.
That's very, very kind of you. Very, very sweet of you. Thank you.
Okay, so we all are very excited to know about your future projects.
Yes, I have done a Malayalam film which shall release this year,
Sure.
and that was a great opportunity, and I'm really excited for it. And secondly, there is a Netflix original show, um, which is under making. Let's see when does it come.
Okay. So, lastly, what would be your advice to the aspiring youngsters
Actors or generally?
in general?
So I
Because
think
why I say this, because the roles that you have done, okay, as Sandi-B, that's the reason I don't want to specify talk about the actors, but in general, if you can say something to the youngsters.
I think the one thing that I will say that to everybody who is aspiring anything in life, just trust themselves. Trust themselves, believe in themselves, and just go with it with full heart and full honesty. वक्त लगेगा, समय लगेगा, कैसे आप पहुंचोगे, किस तरीके से पहुंचोगे, किस रास्ते से पहुंचोगे, ये नहीं पता होगा, लेकिन आप लगे रहोगे तो definitely you will reach where you want to reach. That's what I feel. It's just that कि your mind, your surroundings, your situations around you, uh, the obstacles, so to say, they confuse you. But I think just stay true to yourself and keep asking yourself, are you going on the right path? And that is where your answer lies. And just believe in yourself and just follow your heart. That's what I feel.
Okay, so that was the last question. Mr.
Thank you.
Hinduja, I must say I'm very fond of your work. I look forward to your upcoming projects. I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for taking up this time for us.
Thank you
So much.